Have you ever wondered why you keep ending up in the same relationships, only for them to end in complete and utter disaster, and you end up kicking yourself because you ignored the signs all along and looking back, you did see them, but you wanted to stay in that blissful state, that wishful thinking, that thinking that you must be wrong and they don't mean what they're doing, or whatever it may be that you've told yourself. This is the number one thing that keeps you stuck in those toxic relationships, and it's called limerence. So in today's video, this is what we're going to talk about. Welcome, my name is Celine. I help empaths on their spiritual journey and empowerment from narcissistic relationships. So yeah, limerence is one of the biggest things that we have as a consequence of childhood trauma. And it means that we tend to ignore the signs that are there, the red flags, especially in narcissistic or toxic relationships. And instead, we'd rather continue to believe the version we want to believe. And then there becomes a point where at some point everything just explodes and we can't do it anymore, and we suddenly have to accept that truth. And it can be really devastating in the moment, especially when it keeps happening. If you're spiritual as well and you know anything about manifestation, you'll be told about this wishful thinking, positive thinking, maybe that the things that you're thinking about this person isn't true, and that's actually what's not true. We can't keep in that wishful thinking state and keep ignoring the signs, because that keeps us in that limerent state, and when we're in that, it keeps us stuck within the relationships that just keep hurting us, that make us feel stuck, and it's just starving us of the love that we know deep down we do deserve. So one way to overcome this is to start really learning all about the red signs of the red flags of narcissists. Start believing in yourself. Sit down and actually think what you do want from a relationship and what you know you deserve. You can even write that in a list of like values that you want in a person. Then I want you to visualize that person, visualize yourself with them, visualize yourself happy in the moment, what's happening within this vision around you, what's making you happy, how is this person being with you, and then really fully embody that and feel into it in the heart, how you would feel in that moment if it was happening right now. And really truly feel into that and embody it within your heart and your soul. And then bring that with you as you slowly come back around to reality. So you can do deep breaths and kind of get into a meditative state to do this. So deep breaths in for 3, hold, and release for 3, releasing all that negative energy. We're breathing in love and light. We do this for a few times so we start getting relaxed, and then really feel into that visualization. Then you're going to take that feeling with you like it's already happened. So instead of going back to worrying about things or whatever it may be, you're going to keep focused on that feeling that you would feel if what you were happening was happening right now. So you can apply this to anything. It doesn't have to be relationships. It could be your where you live. It could be your job, your career that you want, anything like that. You keep in that feeling and then keep coming back to it. If you feel like you're dropping back or you're not seeing things coming into fruition, get back into that feeling again, that meditative state, and pull it back in. And just keep reaffirming to yourself that this will happen because this is what you're in alignment for. And then you'll also stop letting in those people that don't match what you want. And you'll learn to love yourself more as you progress along the journey. You can also connect with your inner child and do any root work that you need to do as to where this may have come from. So there could have been something as a child that you really didn't want to believe was happening, that was bad, and you just decided to look at it with those rose-coloured glasses, only to go through that devastation of realising that it was just wishful thinking, what it was really happening, the bad side. And you can heal with your inner child in that sense. Reassure them that they're not in that situation anymore. You're not going to allow that to continue. So you're really reparenting yourself. You become the parent. And then you can heal through and work through those root traumas and start learning to really love yourself, practice a lot of self-care, and just get into that alignment of the version you want to be with the version of the person that you want in your life, or as I say, the job, the environment, whatever it may be for you. So I hope that makes sense. I just wanted to jump on and do a quick one today. I do have a masterclass available. It's Narcissist Recovery Masterclass, and it also involves connecting with our inner child and doing soul retrieval. And we go through the method of how that's done. It's an empowerment masterclass, and it will help you with this limerence aspect as well, especially in the other things that that are trauma related that keeps us stuck in those narcissistic cycles with narcissists, or the toxic cycles with toxic people. So that is available on my website, CelineAlthea.com. You can find it in the courses section, Narcissist Masterclass. I do have links as well. I'll drop them either in the description or the comment box below. So I hope everyone is well, and I will see you in the next video. Enjoy your day.